Hello everybody, how are you doing today? It is the 4th of July, so we're going to do a couple of laboratory missions. We're going to go out and do some uh, large waste seekers. We're just going to have a good time. You may or may not hear a difference. I am trying to use a different microphone. Let me know how it sounds. Let me quickly pull up the waste seeker rooms. That way I have my reference sheet ready at all times. Hi Jenner, how you doing today? How does it sound? Do I sound alright? Still waiting for your PvP. Oh no. Alright, give me just a minute to get a drink. Got myself some coffee. Let me know what you think of the new microphone. It's not necessarily new, it's new to me. But my dad used it for a while. A couple years at least. Let me know if I need to change anything. Yeah, should be a little bit better on the volume. It should also have better quality just overall. I can get like right up on top of you. Or I can be really far away. I don't know. We'll see how it goes, see if it picks everything up, and I'll review the stream after. Hopefully it'll try to hide some of my breathing and my sniffles. I know that's one of those major things that can annoy people. I should have also fixed the Discord, link. So now it should not expire. Let's go ahead and get started.
Undocking.
We're not going to Nakagard quite yet. I need to grab some of the fuel that I bought yesterday, or the day before, whatever day it was. I need to grab some of that fuel on our way out toward running Waste Seekers. So, yay.
Autopilot engaged. Destination reached.
We are still running the passive Shanhai. Cyan. I mean, look how big the Lucent Moon is compared to the Shanhai. Like, the Shanhai is tiny compared to that thing. That's actually really cool, Lucent, though. I like the coloration on that. Hey, cool. How you doing today? Yeah, I've had a Discord server for, what is it, a few months now? A month? Glad glad you made it.
Warp drive active. . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . .
We're under attack.
I don't really need the,
We're under
web of
attack.
fire.
We're
Oh,
under
you're all
box
good,
ground.
Tua. I'm just glad you can make it when you do. I really appreciate that. You know, I'm just some guy on the internet. Your classes and your life is way more important than showing up to some guy's stream. So I really do appreciate you stopping by and enjoying. Nice. Yeah, I'm finally gonna have a day off tomorrow, so we're gonna have a longer late night stream tonight because it's 4th of July as well. I want to run a bunch of Lost Waste Seekers. Lost Waste Seekers, no. Large Waste Seekers.
Enemy ships detected. We're under attack.
Oh, hell. I've got the wrong implant
We're
on.
under attack.
That's funny. Let me fix that. I need my aerospace. We have to wait till we're done with this, and then we can swap it. Because right now we're at about 20,000, I should be at like 30. So far we've had a lot of like good interactions on YouTube as well.
Enemy ships detected.
A lot of people just asking questions about like
We're
dreadnoughts
under attack.
and what to get into. Some of the pros and cons
We're
of
under attack.
flying one dreadnought versus another. Even things such as like asking for me to show off like nullsec mining. I really don't do a lot of nullsec, but maybe I can show off like mining in a nihilist space. Yeah, so right now my plans are still going to be focused on making a 1 trillion-ish battleship. However, that's a long-term goal. That's not something that's gonna happen overnight. I have played around with the thought of building a super carrier. Because theoretically, with the income I am making every month, plus whenever I could mine in an Orca once I get my hands on an Orca again, and the Beaver module, I should theoretically be able to build a super carrier within about a year, if I'm doing it alone.
Enemy ships detected.
I've thought back and forth about it, and I just don't know if it's worth my time and effort.
We're under attack.
It would be one of those ships similar to my bodyguard where I would never undock
We're
it,
under attack.
especially since I would have to build it in Tama, and that's just not realistic right now. Yeah, it would be possible. It would take... It's more of an ISK grind than it is a, material grind. The better that I can generate ISK and fund the parts, the better off I'll be. Realistically, looking back at the Nidhogger that my friend and I built in high-sec, and then we had to move all the parts to null-sec to actually finish it. It took us approximately like 4 months in total over the course of an entire year in order to actually build that carrier with the two of us. I would do all the materials while he would do the ISK. At that time, we were pretty much only flying battleships. But realistically, with my new level of income and my knowledge from the previous build, I should actually be able to fund and build a super carrier within about a year. Oh, nice. So you have 555, huh? Yeah, it's definitely something that I've thrown around quite a bit in the back of my head. But that is a lot of work. Like, almost the entirety of the next year would have to be me grinding toward that.
Enemy ships detected. We're under attack.
And I just don't know if that's good content for a channel either. Like, even the Iron Man series, that's easy compared to solo building a super carrier. It would be an achievement. I mean, I'm already really happy with having built a Nidhogger with my friend, in high-sec and then having to move everything out to null-sec. I'm really happy with that. That is probably the biggest achievement that I've had in ePackers. 2-mana carrier is definitely an adventure. But solo on a super carrier, I wonder how many people can say they've done such a thing. And even less people will have done that in high-sec. Ooh. It depends on what you want to do with that, Kua. Are you going to be doing Dormant Realms with the Visago? see what we get here. Okay, let me dock real quick. Actually, no, I don't need to dock. I can just swap out here. I know it'll be cheaper. But now we've got our aerospace.
Autopilot engaged. Destination reached.
Yeah, as far as I can tell, the Nidhogger seems to do really well in nullsec
Warp
PvE.
drive active.
Not the Nidhogger, the Nagelfar seems to be doing really well in nullsec PvE.
We're under attack. We're under attack.
Okay, so we're at 30,000 DPS. That's a good start.
Enemy ships detected. We're under attack.
We're just gonna go ahead and wipe
We're
out this
under
entire
attack.
fleet.
Enemy ships detected. We're under attack. Enemy ships detected. We're under attack.
I do really love the new nanocore. It clears out rooms so nicely for a capital ship. And I'm nowhere near, like, well
We're
upgraded.
being warp scrambled.
Let's see, did we get a loyalty point item? Yes, we did. Nice. What are my fighters doing? Hi, Ethan. How you doing today? Happy 4th of July. Happy 4th of July to all of you.
Enemy ships detected. We're under attack.
I think I just witnessed a two-shot on a battleship. Realistically, I could probably get through a lot of the parts pretty easily for a super. Yeah. I really hope they bring in that PvE update soon. And I do hope that it's like scanning based PvE. That would be a lot of fun. Alright, so we ended up with 3 more experiment secret trafficking containers. I need to start heading toward Nakugard. I need to do a pretty hefty, refuel. It's 8 light years. $7.9.
Warning. Capacitor
Hi,
running
Kimmy.
low.
How you doing today? Good to see you.
Warning. Capacitor running low.
Alright, let's go ahead and get going.
Autopilot engaged.
We got everybody here today.
Warp drive active.
We got all field guard. Susie's not quite here yet.
Warning, capacitor running low.
I expect we'll see Susie not too long from now. Yeah, what do you guys think we're gonna get for the anniversary update?
Warp drive active.
Honestly, if there's any super that they're gonna put in hindsight, it's probably gonna be Young Turn. But there's really no need to have a super in high sec. It's so dumb. The only reason you would have it is so you can move it across the galaxy. Yeah, I was actually expecting we would
Warp
have
drive
a
active.
new Omega Bundle reward already. I really thought we would get that with this update. You think they're gonna throw, like, prototype Lucid Moon at us? Yeah, I wonder when that PvE update is coming, because I really want it. Capitals in high sec have had very little content to actually do for a long time. And if those officer drops are capital level content and accessible throughout the entire solar system, I think that'd be awesome. Oh god, yeah. Imagine we
Warp
have to
drive
do that
active.
damn event that we had to do to get the Enforcer prototype, but this time it's the Edencom ships. Yeah, I'm thinking, when this event ends on the 17th, they're gonna give us probably like 2 or 3 weeks of downtime. And then we're gonna have that anniversary update.
Warp drive active.
Yeah, there is so much that nannies can do especially since they're willing to iterate on ships that we already have and bring new stuff to the game that EVE Online has never done.
Destination. Docking request accepted.
Yeah, so the Doomsday and the new Melody Core act very similar to the Edencom Vorton projectors. That's from what I can tell. Is my fuel tank full? Oh, it is. Voltron. But if I had to compare which one was closer, I would say the Melody Core is the closest that we have to the Photon Projector. It acts exactly like it. Minus the bouncing around to other ships, it just picks 10 targets. The Photon Projector picks one target, and then it bounces to other targets within its range. Up to 10 targets. Alright, we're refueled. We're gonna take a minute. And then we will head out to HiSec. We're gonna run some labs, see what we get. I need to make some money. I spent a lot of money yesterday. Congratulations, Kura. You seem to be going quite well. I know you'll get there. Alright, where are we headed? Well, right now we're in Nakagard, so we'll probably fly around here a little bit. See if there's any systems in here that's kind of nice. That's a 0.4, interesting.
Undocking.
Even better yet, become a part of the Nennies team and make content for us. Alright, so we're gonna head to, I think, York.
Warp drive active.
Yeah, I really do think that this melody core was a test to see how well the eating comm ships would work. There's a small way seeker, I guess I can run that. Two people in here. We are sorting by name.
Warp drive
How
active.
do you guys feel about the microphone right now? Does it sound alright? Does it sound better? Do I need to do anything for it?
We're being warp scrambled. Enemy ships detected. We're under attack.
Okay, well, I mean, that's fine. If it sounds pretty similar. I think the main thing that this microphone is gonna bring is you're not gonna hear me breathe as much, and you're not gonna hear my sniffles as often.
Enemy ships detected. We're under attack.
Yeah, who knows? Good.
Warp drive active.
Hopefully we can get some good items today to start, bringing my ISK back up. I'm at about 13 billion right now after yesterday.
We're under attack.
Yesterday was a lot of fun with all the gambling.
Enemy ships detected. We're under attack. Enemy ships detected. We're under attack.
Alright, let's see what our salvager picks up. Hopefully something good. Yep, this time it was just a bunch of these. Not much else.
Warp drive active.
attack.
Yeah, I'm really enjoying the new setup for my Shanhai. We have added a couple of general units. We have added the Mothership Command output boost
Enemy ships
to
detected.
restore the damage on the module. And then we've also added the flight time boost, which completely removes the reactivation time for the command module. It is quite expensive. I do need to get better skills. Because right now I'm sitting at like 32 seconds of activation time and still at 4,000 fuel consumption. I need to bring that down quite a bit by getting better skills.
Enemy ships detected.
Yeah, definitely need to skill up on actual skills, in order to make it work, like, beautifully. Where was it under? Fleet support or something like that? Yeah. Right now, I'm not very good. If I could get like 4-4 maybe, that would help quite a bit. Yeah, the only thing I'm really losing from that general unit, combination is the mothership resistance bonus here. Instead of having like, I think it was 14%, now it's at like 7.3. Or like 16%, it's now at 7.3. So that's not bad. That's not a terrible loss when you consider having an infinite cycle on this module. There we go. It's actually really good, even in low sec and null sec. I think it's worth it. I keep looking for this other, like, Blood Raider remains. It is somewhere in this general direction. Yeah. Yeah, you could get caught sleeping in anything. And we got something worth some money. We got an artillery cover. And that really seems to be about it. That seems to be what we got. I probably should have brought an afterburner. Having this integrated salvager and have it be able to reach out to 40 kilometers really saves me a lot of time in trying to gather loot. Honestly, I would just get an integrated salvager anyway. Because you can gather the loot from labs, you can gather the loot from these
Warp
kind of
drive active.
events. There's probably some stuff in low-sec that I'm not familiar with, or null-sec that I'm not familiar with that you can use it for.
We're under attack.
I think it's definitely more of like a long-term investment.
Enemy ships detected. We're under attack.
the other one, like, way over there? No? Ah, it's over there. Okay, we're gonna start headed that way.
Enemy ships detected. We're under attack.
I'm starting to recognize patterns in what room and layout the boxes are.
Enemy ships detected. We're under attack. I really like this event. I know I say it a lot, but it's such a good event. Not only is the content kind of fun and challenging, but the reward is pretty good too. There are very few events that Eve Echoes has ever had that have brought people together to run content as a fleet. And this event is one that has actually done that. So, I think this is a very successful event. Let's see what we got. Not much. Got a expert armor layering blueprint and a wolf small shield generator blueprint. The rest of it was trash.
Warp drive active.
Attack.
By the way, if you are an industry person, this is like the perfect event for you to gather materials and wait for the event to end and
Enemy
then
ships
start
detected.
pumping out pumping out those items.
Enemy ships detected. We're under
Yeah,
attack.
no, I would hold on to the blueprints, Azim. Skill into building those blueprints. Build the item
Enemy ships
itself.
detected.
Oh my god, I just wiped out the entire thing. Yeah. Yeah, and then you can sell the really expensive, expert chips instead of selling the blueprints. I have really considered doing that myself. Trying to get my hands on a bunch of these chips. And making like a couple billion off of each one. I'd be pretty happy with that. Hey, we made something. There we go, there's an assault pulsar. There's a sniper compass. There's an integrated hornet. There's an integrated acolyte. Seeing a Mark 5 scrambler. We got an expert fighter combat blueprint. Those have come down and cost quite a bit since this event. But the chip itself is still going to be worth quite a bit. Okay, I think we've grabbed everything. Yep, okay. Let's go ahead and go to the next system. I think I'm going to Ender.
Warp drive active.
Yeah, I'm hoping we find a few large, anomalies. Surprisingly, though, I think just a lot of people are not sure of the difficulty of this content, and so they're just not running it. Yeah, fine by me.
Warp drive active.
It just makes it easier for me to find content when people are not running it. I wonder how many people have lost their ships now because of this. Another small waste seeker. Let's just go ahead and run it. Why not? I'd rather be spending the time in a large, but I don't mind running the smalls.
Warp drive active.
Oh, I think this one's being run. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and move on then.
Warp drive active.
Yes, yes it is. I do wish that this event gave us, Waste Seeker, things.
Warp drive active.
Yeah, I kind of miss the old Waste Seekers where they would drop materials from some of those, specialty regions. I am just now starting to hear people fire off some fireworks. Every once in a while I'll hear one. It sounds like a rock hitting a window, though, with my room. Just a small little pop in the background.
Warp drive active.
Okay, so we've been through this entire region now. Let's go ahead and maybe see if we can move ourselves over to Fouquier. Uh, Somewhere kind of close, hopefully. Yep, that was fine. Man, I love having that Sun Chaser engine, or the Young Jung engine, whatever you want to call it. It is so good. Wow, that is very pink. What does the sun look like here? Oh, it's, pink. That would be why.
Warp drive active.
We're being warp scrambled. Enemy ships detected.
It would be really nice if I could get one of those, like, 3 billion-isk, general units today. I think I'd be very happy if I could get one of those today.
Enemy ships detected. We're under attack.
There's a few of them that are worth, like, 3 billion-isk. I think I've come across 2 or 3 different ones now. But it's the level 3 general units for, like, the implants themselves. Hey, there's Susie. Happy 4th of July.
Warp drive active.
We're under attack.
I am just getting settled in to run a lot of weight seekers. Oh no.
Enemy ships detected.
Yeah, I've pretty much been at
We're
work
under
all day
attack.
dealing with people. And I am happy to be here and hang out with you guys.
Enemy ships detected. We're under attack.